Well, here we are, still slowly trading higher this morning. Today we came in wanting the first trade to be short to see if we could take out the 50-52 area. If we couldn't get through that, actually it was 49 to 51. If we couldn't get through that, we turned buyers. So the buy came right here off the low, and you're engaged in the market in the 56.50 area. And if you could have figured out how to hang on, this high volume number right up here was the attractor, and we've eventually made it. The sell came right in this area. It's not the world's biggest trade. We got a nice retest over here of this low, and we've had nothing but buying off the opening. I mean, it's just we just talked about it. So you're long here. That's a nice winner. We did try a short in this area right here off of that bar. It did not work. We covered it for a scratch. Thought the market would retest that high and or take it out, and I took it out. Another nice short set up in this area. Again, the trade did not go anywhere. Scratch. This was a scratch. Perhaps make something. Another retest right here. Nice short set up here. Took forever, but the market didn't break. 60 held. On last update, we said as long as the 60 to 63 and a quarter area held, the market was going to trade higher, and we said on a measured move, 68 was the trading target, and we just made it. So understanding the personality of and the parameters, the way this market trades, understanding which way volume moves the market, being able to see that volume is getting greater, and holding every time the market corrects can really, really, really help your trading. Tomorrow's news, ADP looking for 225,000 in gains. Today's news, construction spending was quite a bit better than expected due to government projects, and I haven't seen the auto and truck sales, but it looks like to me they're probably better than forecast too. So the market is trading higher. Take out a low volume number. Eventually you'll get to the high volume number. You don't know how long it'll take, but you're going to get there. And that's exactly what has happened. So we had a good day today. Had very, very quiet market, not a lot of volatility to work with. Looking at the F1 screen, as you can imagine, it should be pointed higher tomorrow. So we got a low that matches yesterday's low, and we've got a higher high. So we're trading up so we can buy weakness to see if we can take out 267, or we can sell failure to take out the 2067 area. So this screen favors the buy side, as will the F2 screen. I mean, if you do this long enough, you already know what the F2 screen is going to look like. It's going to be a P with multiple distributions in this case. So this is the correct split. Got 3 distributions. We're still pointed higher. The trading target here is 67.50. So looking at the structure, got a G period high here at 70. We've got an I period high here at 67.50. We've got an L period high here. So failure to take out 68.70. Is a legitimate trade, then failure to take out our 73.75 would be the other trade. On the buy side, the breakout came at 63 and a quarter. Assuming a close right here for Globex, we're buying the 63.65 area. And then our last rotate down stopped at 57.50. Got an H period low at 60.50, so 59 to 61, which was our sell one this morning, will be our buy number 2. And we'll readjust this in the morning after Globex has traded. Tomorrow's numbers, ADP, they're looking for plus 225, revised productivity plus 2.4, unit labor costs at unchanged, and then ISM services at 57.5. The ISM number and the ADP number can come in higher than forecast. Quite often they do. And my guess is that they have a lot of incentive to do that, to keep the feds off their back. You know, when you have regulatory agencies and bureaus that are staffed forever and have an unlimited life and have unlimited funds, you really have to think twice of taking them on. And that's why we see so many payment of fines without admission of guilt, which would open those companies up to further lawsuits by other people out there. So it's a way to get the Fed off your back. It's a way to make the Fed look good like they're doing something. Nobody's happy about it, but the Fed doesn't kill the goose that lays the golden eggs either. So it's the age that we live in right now, and it's pretty hard to get away from these regulatory agencies. Okay, lower high, lower low on our F1 screen. Capital's coming out of the market. We're sellers off of this screen. On the F2 screen, it's a pronounced B. Now, quite often in the overnight session, we'll just make a new low, but we won't break and we'll pause tomorrow. So on this screen, we're definitely a seller. So the first trade is to find a place to get short. The close was at 11 for the day session. So we've got resistance at 17.5, 17, 15.5, and 14. So selling failure to take out 14 to 18 is the easiest trade to see. Then I think we want to be short once to see if we can take out 10.5. The second trade is going to be up in this area where we're leaning against that low at 21, so our 19s to 23s would be sell 2. And again, we have news tomorrow, ADP, which if as forecast would be negative. ISM services. Productivity and unit labor costs, nobody will pay any attention to. Crude inventories, haven't seen the number yet. No one will pay any attention to that except for the energy players. On the buy side, I think we're going to go a little lower, so 5 to 9 in Globex, buy 1, and then 29 to 01 for buy 2. Okay, I know a lot of you are new to the system and you're taking a look at us, and we really appreciate that look. I know there are times that you might feel like you're just overwhelmed with things to look at, but you really aren't. I mean, it's a 3-2-1 methodology, 3 rules, 2 patterns, and 1 indicator. And we take our trades off of 1, 2, 3, idea, level, deceleration. So when you start thinking and just kind of sorting them out and prioritizing your decision tree in that context, it's not too big a job. You can do it. Selling failure to take out really this starting at 6, we got a low at 5, we got a low at 6, we got a high at 11, we got a high right here at 13. So why don't we say sell failure to take out 8 to 12? And then we have this 8 period at 19 and 19 to 23. I don't see anything that would change overnight or tomorrow with, short of war or sovereign debt problems that will change this. 25 to 29, buy 1. And buy 2, 17 to 21. And we've been hitting our number 2 buy numbers because the knob spread is coming, from almost a high of 16. We're down at 14.5 right now. And there's probably more selling in the knob spread to come. Okay, gold, big picture stuff. We'll look a little quickly at F1. Inside day, we had an 80-point rally. This doesn't surprise me. So where might support be? Well, a 75 area. Obviously, we've got to get through 90 to get through that. Then we've rejected prices below 45. The last rotate down stopped at 1130. So low volume area down here in the 75 area is probably pretty good support. Sellers into 20, 25 is where we are. So we're at 99 right now. And inside day, we'll have a B pattern on the F2 screen, which favors the sell side. So I think we need to get short to see if we can bust the low down here at 93. Now, the best trades and the best setups come out of London. So we've got volume up here at 5. We're in a high volume area down here in this 95, 97 area, and we got a low volume number down here at 88. So this 90 area is definitely a possibility. The last rotation stopped into 96 area, so 95 plus or minus for Globex, buy 1, and then 90 plus or minus for buy 2. I do prefer the short side of the market, and I'd like to sell against this high volume node. So we'll make 3 to 5, sell 1, and then 8 to 10, sell 2. The news, if as forecast for the U.S. tomorrow, would be a negative because it would show strong economy, people going back to work, more tax revenues, less printing of money. Okay, crude oil, we'll take a look at the bigger term. Well, those are just, they come in and they measure the market's internals, and they come up with an idea that, or conditions are right for the market to trend up or down. Scott, that's where they come from. So it measures the market's internals. Okay, crude's a similar situation to gold. Pretty good selling in this 69.50. I'd be up volume, down volume, velocity, number of trades coming through, how fast are the trades coming through, higher lows, lower highs, a lot of things that go into it. So it's basically the volume and how fast that volume's done on the bid and the offer. We don't disclose those numbers. We have so damn many lurkers or people that come in and pick our pockets. We just learned over. Can't give everything away. Just rest assured that you've seen them work on the screen. So they're pretty good indicators, the measurements that we take. Okay, we got a seller in this 69.50 to 70 area. We probably have a buyer below 65 right in here. The market started on its high. It's finished on the lows. We're going to be looking at Bs. So the F2 screen is going to tell us to find a place to sell it. And the last, rotate up, stopped at 67.90. We have a high up at 68.35. We're currently at 17. We've got a high at 40, so pretty aggressive. 67.50 to 75, sell 1. 68, 68 and a quarter, sell 2. I think we're headed lower. So 65, 60, 66.50, 75, buy 1. 66 even, 25, buy 2. I don't think we'll get short covering for tomorrow's inventory numbers, but that's always a possibility. I think the market is more interested in how low will it go than tomorrow's EIA report. Okay, the big day for the euro is Thursday. Nobody expects the Bank of England or the European Central Bank to change their policies. The market is pointed lower. You can see it, a lower high and a lower low, retesting the 2350 area, 2360. It's probably in store, then maybe a little short covering, but Draghi's not going to say anything to talk the euro up. If he does anything, he'll talk it down. And it's just, I mean, it's the way it works. He wants the euro lower so they can have a chance to export outside of the European Union. So we have a very, very solid B. The market is pointed lower. So stops below 60. 2350 is a logical place for people to book and take profits. So buying 50 to 60, let them get stops below the current low, is a reasonable trade. And then our 20 to 30 area would be number 2. But I think this market, besides being pointed lower, is ready to resume its sell lower. 2390, 2398, 2405, we're at 81, so 90 to 2400 is sell 1. And then our 15 to 25 is sell 2. And that's it for December the 2nd, 2014.